the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. And tonight we'll see the New York Liberty as they go up against the Indiana Fever. With Brian Banapatemi and Tim Swartz, I'm Blake Zuniga, and we're thrilled to have you with us. You look at New York, no big surprise in Game 1. They dropped the first game of these WNBA Finals.
Well, in this best-of-7 format, you can fall behind 2-0, but that's a pretty tough hill to climb.
Exactly, Brian. This away team needs some confidence going into Game 3. So at the very least, they need to play well tonight, have something to build on for when they go back home.
Start out with the ball. Castellini Hamilton. Stewart. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
A shot that looked almost automatic for Ionescu, has total confidence in her shooting ability.
Back to Clark. Over Ionescu. That one's good. Clark.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
Over to the left wing. Burt. And again, it's New York with a three.
You see the vision from Stewart there. That's something that every coach in the league would appreciate.
Pass to Clark. There's the triple. Her second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Picked by Jones. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Howard with the rebound. Here's Lewis. Pass to Boston. Lewis. Outside Howard. For 3. Good on the three-point shot.
A new wrinkle to her game. Howard didn't even make a 3 until her 3rd year in the league. Now, she's a bona fide three-point threat.
On offense, here's the Liberty. And here's Stewart. Outside, Lainey Hamilton. Stewart inside. Howard's there. Out of bounds. It'll be Fever ball.
That is an unforced error if I've ever seen one, guys. Just not an ideal pass.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing in control.
Here's Cunningham. No good on the triple.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
3 of 4 from the floor to start, and that's a good sign.
And it's the Fever ball. Here's Lewis. Good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
They're off and running. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first quarter. Lainey Hamilton on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Boston.
You know, typically she has the touch to finish when she's in that tight. Not sure what happened there.
And that's good. Sophie Cunningham for 3.
And every season, Cunningham seems to get better and better. I've especially noticed it on offense.
And the Liberty with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Jones outside. Castellini Hamilton. Stewart with the ball. Howard's there. And Hamilton can't hit. So it's Indiana now. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And that one's good. Lewis. so it's New York with it. Ionescu has it. And count it from 19 feet away.
With such a versatile offensive skill set, Ionescu can get buckets from just about anywhere on the floor.
Clark, covered by Ionescu. Here's Cunningham. Off target with the three. Now here is Ionescu. He's guarded by Boston. Outside, Laney Hamilton. Jones. Shoots over Clark. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Whenever they give Jones that type of look, it is a great trip for this team.
The Fever with the lead. Here's Cunningham. Off target from three-point range.
Well, offensively speaking, it has been a tough quarter for her.
Sabrina Ionescu from outside, and the rebound goes to the Fever.
On an open look like that, she's just got a gift for making the weak coverage pay.
That's a surprising miss. She's almost always deadly when she's that open, even from way downtown.
Now here is Ionescu. He has 5. There's the three. That's miss number 3 for her. Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Clark outside. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense, they have to close out quicker.
Picked by Jones. Again, Sabrina Ionescu missing. Back to Cunningham. Inside. Here's Lewis. And there's the rejection. Pass to Ionescu. And here's Burke. It's hauled in by Boston. And they're on the break. And it's in.
Yeah, they've got themselves in front right now with some outstanding shooting right off the bat. You like to see that aggression early on.
It's been just an absolute clinic at that end of the floor. They're filling it up.
Here's Burke. Pass to Stewart. Lets the three fly. That doesn't go, and she's 0 for 1 from the field. Here's Lewis. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
It's been a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. This is the start that coaches dream of.
And it's New York's ball, trailing by 10. And here is Jones. He's guarded by Boston. Jones right side. Laney Hamilton on the wing. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss.
The shot just not dropping for her today.
Here's Lewis. Up and in for basket number 4. That makes her 4 for 5.
Those defenders look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're just getting pushed around on the low block. Maybe coach has got to make a substitution or something to energize his team.
Well, they better rally soon. They've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Now here is Ionescu. 5 points in the game. And that one's good. Burke. Three from Natasha Howard, and Jones pulls it down. And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Ionescu outside. From downtown, the Fever pull it in.
Well, you have to like their work in the boards here in the first.
Yeah, coming out of the gates with great energy. Kind of like they got shot out of a cannon. They're really setting the tone.
Oh.
Gets it to go from downtown.
They haven't been able to stifle them defensively.
No, the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play at both ends of the floor.
And the basket is good.
Yeah, contact can't slow Ionescu down. She sticks with her inside shot and finishes strong.
Pass to Howard. Here's Lewis. Now here's Clark. Now here's Boston. Guarded by Jones. Clock at 6. And so she draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line.
With the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That's some old school defense, just telling them no easy layups, as simple as that, and I like to see it.
That one's off. Both teams will make substitutions. He's off on the second. Outside, Laney Hamilton. Right side, Stewart. Takes the three. They get it back. Here's Misaman. And the Liberty getting another bucket right there.
Backed by strong fundamentals, Misaman can just get so creative when she's establishing her position.
And that one good.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter for them offensively.
Yeah, but they can't sit back. They need to keep the pressure on the defense and really try to put this one away early.
Great point, Brian. You have to continue to build on this lead.
Harrison, and the layup falls.
Protecting the play, Harrison fights to retain possession and get him a bucket.
Outside Powers. Lewis. Back to Powers. Pass to Lewis. And she drops it in from the low post.
Well, you gotta like her shot selection today. She set the bar for the rest of the team.
On outside. And here's Ionescu. Launches a three. Turner grabs the board.
She's jacked up a number of threes, but her accuracy has just not been there. If you ask me, it's time to try something new.
Now here's Ionescu. She has 7. That one goes. Down it.
They need to get way more disruptive defensively. They just can't keep allowing these easy buckets. Get a little physical. Show some effort.
Defensively, that's job number 1. Effort, nothing easy inside.
And here's Kelsey Mitchell for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Great ball movement indeed. That's an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. That's a heads-up play right there, guys. Not just on the assist, but also on the finish.
Misaman with the steal. Down low. Here's Laney Hamilton. And a great assist that time by Sabrina Ionescu as that one goes in.
Yeah, Laney Hamilton plays the game hard, goes right through the defense.
Here's Hull. Misses the three, and she used the pump fake well there, but couldn't capitalize.
They have a narrow edge here rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of role that's going to play moving forward.
Oh, it's such a tight game. Every play counts.
Because of Ionescu's fearless finishing ability, she simply is not intimidated by contested shots.
Pass to Hull. Here's Lewis. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's an 86% accuracy mark. New York trailing here. It's 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Ionescu. 9 points in the game. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. The shot will not fall. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Fever ahead. They lead by 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And the first quarter in the books, second about to get underway. And what stands out? Pass to Misaman. Ionescu. Good. And it's Emma Misaman who picks up the assist.
Can't give Ionescu any airspace from downtown. If you do, she'll torch you from there.
You know, she's made up for a lack of size in the post with a lot of extra effort. She's done some serious work on the boards.
Up top, Misaman. Now Ionescu. And again, it's the Liberty from deep.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range. They're starting to heat up.
The defense is stepped slow. They've got to take away that airspace.
Boston. Guarded by Jones. To the middle.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Indiana, Lewis. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. No good on the free throw. And no good on the second free throw. She goes 0 of 2. Pass to Ionescu. Puts up a 3. Clark pulls it in. The Fever with the lead. Here's Lewis. Clark, covered by Ionescu. Back to Clark. Lewis. The 3 from Kelsey Mitchell. Hits the three-point bomb.
A volume three-point shooter. Mitchell can hurt you from beyond the arc, especially from the corner.
And they're right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical moment in this game.
Stewart with the screen. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Mitchell grabs the board.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Pass to Lewis. Mitchell, defended by Stewart. Offensive board. Here's Lewis. 12 points for her.
Great defense right there to prevent one of the best finishers in the league from converting in close.
Now Ionescu. Misaman outside. Pass to Stewart. Just 5 on the clock. Burt. New York, no good that time either.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide open look.
Here's Lewis. Stewart grabs the miss.
Credit to D there. Got in her face, got her hands up, made sure she was not comfortable on the release.
Yeah, stayed very tight on her. Didn't allow her the space she needed to get a good shot off. I just love that effort. That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game.
Here's Lewis. Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark.
Wow. I mean, when you look at the way Caitlin Clark has handled herself since entering the league, second to none.
Timeout called for Liberty.
Yeah, it's tough to see. Clearly, she's in a lot of pain. They call timeout, and they're going to get the trainer and get a chance to check her over.
outside. And she can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the boards hard.
And that effort has really been the key to their lead.
Up top, Clark. Lewis. Pass to Cunningham. The three. That's in there. Kelsey Mitchell with the assist.
That's just great ball movement.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with a purpose. The D has not been able to keep up.
And here's Ionescu. Stewart with the screen. From deep. Ionescu misses.
You know, sometimes just because you can make it from way out there, it doesn't mean you should try.
Kind of hypocritical coming from you, Tim. I mean, it wasn't that far out. Anyways, she could work for a better shot than that.
Again and again, they're pounding the defense and creating high percentage looks from close range.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right, their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Just not the quarter she would like to have when you talk about shooting the ball, but hopefully she can turn it around.
And that one's good. Lewis.
Wow, Mitchell really knows how to set the table. Nice pass right there.
They've been looking out of sorts here in the last few possessions.
This is when they need to be patient and find a high percentage shot.
Sabrina Ionescu from outside.
This offense, it just seems completely deflated.
While at the other end, it's one bucket after another. This run is really getting out of hand.
Making it ugly.
Here's Lewis. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
It's hard to find fault with anything she's doing this quarter. Well, offensively at least.
And the Liberty with possession here. 15-point game. Beeson outside. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Tasha Howard with the rebound.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team, and that 10-rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around.
Stolen. To the left wing from the baseline. Again, Sabrina Ionescu missing. Mitchell with it. Picked up by Stewart. Pass to Lewis. Howard. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They're beginning to just fall apart defensively, especially on the interior.
Yeah, they're crumbling like a cookie right now, and that's 4 straight field goals they've allowed from within touching distance of the rim.
Now Ionescu. Now Burke. Now Harrison. Guarded by Howard. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Good on the... Here's New York now. They trail by 14. And here's Burke. 9 points in the game. Screen by Stewart. The tray. That one is off. And we finished one half of play. Fever ahead. They lead by 14. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter after the break. Welcome back as we begin the second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, but anything can happen. Here's Lewis. Using the post moves to get the 2 points.
She's up to her usual trick, shooting it well, scoring a lot of points, getting them in front.
Ionescu has it. Pass to Stewart. Back to Ionescu. Burt. Lainey Hamilton with it. And it's Boston picking her up. It's good.
A really good passing wing. Lainey Hamilton, she's actually finished top 10 in assists a couple of times for a couple of seasons.
Here's Lewis. Cunningham. Cans it from downtown.
It's so nice to have somebody who can take charge, take the offense like she has.
Well, they got to be feeling good about having the ball in her hands right now. I mean, she's just making play after play.
Ionescu outside. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Fever.
And not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them inside.
And it's Lewis missing.
Well, sometimes you're going to miss even the easiest of chances.
To the paint. Here's Jones. Baked in off the glass.
A premier interior scorer, Jones's physical presence is enough to intimidate defenders.
Here's Lewis. 22 points for her. And yep, it's good.
There's a pattern taking shape. They're working it inside and getting good shots in close range.
Yeah, 4 of their last 5 baskets have been of exactly that variety.
Ionescu outside. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And there it is.
In terms of lead guards, point guards, Sabrina Ionescu has really good size, and that helps her down low.
Here's Clark. 8 points for her. Pass to Lewis. Drops in the layup for 2.
Everything going to plan to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
To the inside. Here's Burke. That's in for her 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Here's Lewis. Here's Boston. And they're the Fever with another bucket.
Just a couple years in this league, but when you look at her career numbers, Boston's already one of the best at hitting the O-boards.
Pass to Burke. Jones. He started by Boston. Back to Jones. Oh, and it's blocked by Aaliyah Boston. Out of bounds. Liberty ball as New York keeps possession. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, you got to bring that postseason intensity. It's so key. These plays can change the trajectory of a game.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. The Fever pull it in.
Yeah, she's got a great stroke. And I mean, that one almost dropped.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot of times that she'll hit those shots no matter how tight the D is.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick up the pass and get the assist.
Pass to Stewart. It's hauled in by Boston. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
And that one's good. Lewis.
Chalk up a few more points for them. This has been a one-sided game in just every area.
Absolutely. Their defense, their offense, it's all been outstanding.
It's just been a tremendous performance, Brian.
Now here's Ionescu. She's covered by Clark. And here's Burke. Let's go with a 3. New York, no good that time either. Pass to Lewis. Soft touch off the glass.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
No luck needed. It is working for sure. 5 of their last 6 field goals, they've come from inside the paint.
And the Liberty with possession here. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
New York, no good that time either.
So much for beating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second half.
And the Liberty call time here.
Started.
So it's New York with it. Ionescu has it. And Clark picks her up defensively. Goes outside. Good. And Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
Moves so well without the ball. And Jones is a tireless talent that defenders struggle to keep up with.
Pass to Boston. Here's Lewis. Boston. Guarded by Jones. Here's Cunningham. And that's a foul called on Aaliyah Boston. That's foul number 2 for her. Here's New York now. Now Burke. 11 points in the game.
Those have been some terrible shot choices played there. That was not good at all.
To Howard. Pass to Lewis. Here's Cunningham. Buries the long-range jumper.
Just on fire from beyond the arc.
Seems like just about all her points are coming from deep.
Now here's Ionescu. 20 points for her. Here's Burke. Gets that one to fall. That's her 6th field goal, and she has shot the ball 12 times.
Well, look, that's just simply a great move. She dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Here's Lewis. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And you kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other.
Here's Laney Hamilton. Outside Stewart. Screen by Stewart. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu.
Trying to battle back, but she's struggling this quarter.
Pass to Lewis. Clark. Here's Boston. Guarded by Jones. Here's Lewis. Shot clock at 6. Yes. Great play by Aaliyah Boston to set it up.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two squads.
Yeah, they're really attacking the middle offensively. It's been quite the contrast.
Sabrina Ionescu from outside. And the rebound goes to the Fever.
She's been ice cold from three-point range since halftime, and she continues to fire away. She's got to tone it down.
Their prowess inside has just been tremendous, guys. It's been no contest on the low block.
And really, Brian, until the defense puts up at least some resistance, they ought to just keep pounding them down low.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. Leah Boston grabs the miss.
She's been struggling big time in this quarter, guys.
She really has tightened up. I'm just not seeing any flow to her game right now.
And stolen by Ionescu. Pass to Stewart. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
A shot like that is in Stewart's comfort zone. That's just a result of her determination and really more so her confidence.
Here's Lewis. She's got 36 points. And that one drops.
What a top-notch game she's having. And really, she's got her team in front. And it sure seems like she's going to keep them there if she can continue to play like this.
Ionescu has it. And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
Out to Howard. Launches it. Comes up empty, and she's now 5 for 8. Stewart inside. Guarded by Howard. Brianna Stewart draws the double. Ionescu misses.
When she has the ball outside, that's exactly the kind of defense they got to be playing on.
Howard, defended by Stewart. Amy Clark outside. They get it again. It's good on the putback.
Well, the first player who should be boxing out, Leah Boston. I mean, you cannot let her get going on the glass.
Ionescu outside. Shoots the three. The three-pointer is on target.
I don't care how you look at it. She's having a great game from outside.
Now a timeout called by Indiana. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Lewis. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
She is putting on a clinic out there. Really the centerpiece of their offense.
Now here's Miesman. Here's Johannes. No good on the three. Outside Powers. Lewis.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Rebounded by Miesman. Pass to Johannes. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Fever.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Mitchell, shot's good.
She has really deep range. Mitchell's offensive game starts with that three-point shot. It forces defenders to pick her up at half court.
And it's New York's ball. Ionescu outside. From deep. Not gonna go that time. Now Mitchell. She's got 11. Here's Lewis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
She's made the most of her chances, hasn't she? She needs to keep on working to get these good looks.
Now here's Ionescu. 23 points in the game. Pass to Johannes to stop the run. Good as the jump shot falls.
Good ball movement. She put that pass in the ideal spot, and I can guarantee you her teammate appreciated it.
Oh, with the bucket.
After being a little more free-flowing in the first half, they're starting to get away from the three here in the second. Haven't had as many attempts.
And it's New York's ball. And here's Johannes. Pass to Jones. Out of bounds, it'll be Fever ball. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Now here's McDonald. Pass to Powers. The three is up. And Jones pulls it down. Now Johannes. To the left side wing. And stolen by Mitchell. With one on the clock. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. And this one may already have been decided. The Fever on top, running away with this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Welcome back, fourth quarter of action. Both teams changing it up here. Here's the Fever with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Lewis. Johannes with the rebound. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth here. For three, Emma Misaman. New York, no good that time either. The floater, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Timely pass by McDonald. He is never one to play selfish basketball.
To Burke. Powers brings the double team to the wing, right side. Here's Johannes. Fires the three. Turner grabs the board. Here's Lewis. That one, good for two.
She's had such a steady hand, and I think watching this game, she's the one responsible for getting them this lead late.
Yeah, her shooting percentage is unreal right now. Just so dependable here today.
Pass to Harrison. And here's Burke. Fires from deep. The shot, no good.
She's still looking for her first three-pointer of the second half after hitting just one three-pointer in the first half.
Everything they put up is falling in, and that score keeps climbing.
And that is one demoralized set of defenders out there.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
To the middle. Misaman, she's covered by Mitchell. Three-pointer, Brianna Stewart. Turner grabs the board. And they've been getting it done at both ends during this run.
Yeah, you know, for me at least, it's tough to say where they've been better, offensively or defensively.
Pass to Misaman. Inside. Burke. Yes. Great play by Emma Misaman to set it all up.
A towering presence on the court, and I think it's Misaman's height that helps her analyze the floor so well.
Mitchell, shot's good.
She's putting on a commanding performance here. She's now hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
That one falls.
That assist got a little nod from her teammate after the bucket.
They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part? It gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in. Down low. And it's Lewis missing. Here's New York now. Misaman, she's covered by Mitchell. Misaman, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
Good on the bucket.
They're going on a nice little run here.
And getting to the rack has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And so it's New York with it. And here's Johannes. Pass to Burke. Stewart. Misaman outside. They get the rebound. Harrison gets the bucket.
Offensively, that's where you want to get Harrison the ball.
McDonald with it. Here's Lewis. And she gets it to go.
Well, they've hardly needed anyone else today.
Liberty with possession here. Pass to Burke. Misaman. Harrison. Defended by Turner. Now Johannes. Shot clock at 5. Here's Burke. Shoots it up. And Powers pulls it down. Outside McDonald. And here's Powers. Defended by Stewart.
Look, you have to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. You know, they didn't have as much success earlier in the game, but now they're showing the determination shows to score inside.
So New York going with an almost entire new group here.
Love the hustle Ariel Powers brings to her game. She has a willingness to outwork her opponents, and that's something any coach loves.
Here's Lainey Hamilton. It's rebounded by McDonald.
I'm marking that one down. I mean, it's going to be a long time until we see her miss another one like that.
Count the basket.
That's the type of lead pass we've really come to expect from her.
Now Ionescu. And here's Phoebus. It's good.
Second round pick in 2015. Lainey Hamilton earned her place in this league.
McDonald makes it off the glass.
Well done to finish that one off.
Now here is Ionescu. To the paint. Here's Misaman. Good. And Sabrina Ionescu gets the dime.
What an alert play. Just a great job of hitting her teammate on the move.
Here's Lewis. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop every time down. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Or at least some fight.
Ionescu has it. Out to the left wing. Here's Phoebish. Laney Hamilton. The Fever pull it in. Here's Lewis. Back to Powers. Pass to Lewis. Shoots over Laney Hamilton. Rebounded by Misaman. Laney Hamilton left side. Now Phoebish. Here's the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Misaman. It's a deflection.
With the jumping ability, Brianna Turner can get up there to send shots away.
Powers' shot is off.
Well, they're winning despite her errant shooting.
Ionescu has it. Powers picks her up. Laney Hamilton, that one's good.
I'm sure that's a load off her mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Lewis. Now here's Powers. Misaman covering. And here's Kelsey Mitchell for three. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of those 12 now.
She is showing no signs of slowing down here.
Ionescu outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Kelsey Mitchell for three. And the Fever hit again from deep.
She is showing a killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend this lead.
Ionescu outside. The pick by Jones. This one for three. Ionescu can't get it to go.
You can't let your ego run on offense. And you can see she really wanted to answer that made three with a three of her own.
And that one's good. Lewis.
Hard to get that shot off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for her, especially down low in the post.
That's a big challenge she's taken on. Going in there with the bigs, great job.
Now Laney Hamilton. They need this. And the layup is good.
How's that for a move? Her crossover is a thing of beauty.
Here's Lewis. Yep, that goes.
But when it comes to size, that's not a great one-on-one matchup for her.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish. That took a little creativity right there.
A little extra sauce on it.
They get it back. And Misaman gets it to go.
Offensive versatility allows Misaman to play high or low in the paint.
Here's Lewis. And she lays it straight in.
She's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting that ball to the rim.
Here's New York now. Ionescu outside. Laney Hamilton. Here's Misaman. And a good offensive board, and she gets the bucket.
And her hard work on the boards gave them another crack at the points there.
Here's Lewis. Count that bucket. And here's Phoebish. Here's Laney Hamilton. Add another make to her scoring column. Her 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 for 11. Indiana with the ball. Here's Lewis. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Lewis. 6 to shoot. And she banks in the layup.
And they're not finished yet. We're going to make sure about this one.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Now here's Laney Hamilton. Now here's Misaman. Ionescu. She's covered by Mitchell. Now Jones. 6 on the shot clock.
This run really not doing them any good, coming as late as it has.
Yeah, but give them credit for showing the fight they're showing, Tim. It would have been real easy to just throw in the towel by now.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a loss probably.
That one drops for her. Ionescu outside. So it's the Fever taking care of business in this one.
The Indiana Fever. 141. The New York Liberty. 89.